Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're decoding exactly how you can completely transform your forearms in just 1 month, using 3 science-backed exercises and doing it all entirely at home. Look, if you've been working hard on your upper body but keep feeling like a key piece of the puzzle is missing, well, you are definitely in the right place. We're going to break down the exact mechanics of forearm growth step by step. Welcome to the club. Seriously. This is a wildly common frustration. You put in the hours, you build up your biceps and your triceps, but your lower arms just aren't keeping up with the rest of your physique. It's annoying, right? But the truth is actually pretty simple. Most guys are simply training the wrong muscles, or, they're training them the completely wrong way. So let's fix that today. Section 1, Anatomy of Massive Forearms. Okay, so to fix this glitch in your training, we first need to really understand the mechanics of the arm. It's absolutely crucial if we want to create real size, density, and balance. Building thick, powerful forearms requires hitting 3 specific key areas. You can't just do random wrist movements and hope for the best. Actually, scratch that. Hoping for the best is exactly how you get stuck with zero progress. So first up, we have the flexors on the underside. This is what gives your forearm that solid bottom thickness. Next are the extensors on the top side, which are vital for overall visual balance and your core wrist strength. And finally, we have the brachioradialis, which is this massive muscle responsible for giving your arm that unmistakable roundness. If you neglect even one of these, you're literally leaving size on the table. Now, what's genuinely fascinating about this slide is that the brachioradialis is the true secret to changing your arm shape by a full 180 degrees. When people talk about having big forearms, they are almost always visualizing a highly developed brachioradialis. It's the architectural foundation that takes an arm from looking flat to having a bold, solid, and completely 3-dimensional look. It's a total game changer. Moving right along to section 2, the 3 essential exercises. Let's get into the active mechanics and see how our anatomy lesson builds directly into an arsenal of 3 highly specific exercises. And the best part? No gym, no fancy equipment. You can do this right where you're sitting. Our first move is the wrist curl, specifically targeting those flexors we just talked about. This move builds thickness right from the bottom part of your forearm. The setup is incredibly straightforward. Just sit down, rest your forearm on your thigh, and let your wrist hang slightly off your knee. Grab whatever heavy object you have lying around at home, a backpack loaded with books, a heavy water bottle, it really doesn't matter. With your palm facing up, lower the weight slowly, and then curl it back up using nothing but your wrist. Isolation is the name of the game here. And this right here brilliantly illustrates the exact tempo science shows creates the ideal environment for growth. 3 seconds down, 1 second up. Why does this matter? Because that slow, controlled, eccentric motion creates a much longer time under tension. This specific pacing fires up the fast-growing muscle fibers that are directly responsible for both physical size and crushing grip strength. Don't rush the reps, guys. Let the tension do the work. Moving on to the extensors, we have the reverse wrist curl. Now, most people completely skip this one, which is wild because it leaves their wrists weak and their arms looking awkwardly unbalanced. You keep that exact same position on your thigh, but you simply flip your grip so your palm is facing down. Lower it slowly and curl it up with that same strict control. Hitting the top of your forearm like this improves your wrist strength and gives you that even, powerful look from literally every angle. Finally, we target the main event. Hammer curls for the brachioradialis. Hitting the largest forearm muscle, this is the definitive move to build real width and density for that bold 3D aesthetic we want. So stand up, grab your 2 heavy objects, bottles, bags, whatever challenges you, and keep your palms facing each other. Curl them upward, but here is the absolutely critical detail. No swinging, and do not move your elbows. The moment your elbows drift, you lose the tension on the target muscle. Okay, so here is your complete cheat sheet to lock in these quests. It details exactly what you need to execute for each muscle group. For the flexors and extensors with your standard and reverse wrist curls, aim for 3 sets of 15 to 20 reps. Because these are endurance-heavy muscles, they respond incredibly well to higher rep ranges. For the brachioradialis with your hammer curls, you want slightly more resistance, aiming for 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps. Take a mental snapshot of these numbers. This is your daily blueprint. Section 3, Rules for Maximum Growth. Let's talk strategy. Now that we've got the active mechanics down, we really need to talk about your passive strategy. How you recover is just as important as how you lift if you want to actually see visible size and definition in a matter of weeks. Look at these rules carefully, because overtraining is just going to slow your gains down to a dead halt. First, train your forearms only twice a week. Remember, these muscles are already working extremely hard dynamically during pull-ups, rows, or whatever other upper body work you're doing. Second, progressive overload is mandatory. You must increase the weight over time as your forearms adapt. Follow these recovery mechanics, let your body heal, and you will reliably start seeing real, measurable results between week 4 and week 6. Section 4, the testosterone factor. But wait, there is a massive hidden boss that could completely ruin all this hard work if you aren't careful. You could have the perfect workout routine, but your internal chemistry dictates how your body actually responds to that routine. It's a harsh biological reality. If your testosterone levels are low, you're just not going to maximize your muscle growth, your strength, or your recovery. Essentially, low foundational hormones can render your workouts completely ineffective. Even if your form on every single wrist curl is absolutely flawless, your body just won't have the biological signals required to build the new muscle tissue. Which leaves us with this massive foundational question to end our explainer today. Are your internal baseline stats secretly sabotaging your level up? You now have the exact physical mechanics to build massive forearms, but if your body's growth engine is stalled, those gains are going to remain out of reach. So what 5 proven ways can you use to naturally fix your testosterone levels and finally unlock the full potential of your training? Well, that is a biological puzzle you absolutely need to solve. Until next time, keep leveling up.